So Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. Wow. Before we get started with this, Briss, I need to know, what was your where does Lil Wayne rank for you in rappers? What is your favorite Lil Wayne album if you have one? What would it be?
Lil Wayne, right? He top. I think he top 15 for me. I think so. And then my favorite album is the Carter, the first Carter, the one that had like Go DJ on it. So much flyer. The one with him and Jazzy Faye, like all
Mm.
that. I think that was the first Carter. That shit was pretty dope. I think that
Wow.
was my favorite one.
Wow. That's what's up. Let's see. My favorite Lil Wayne would probably be No Ceilings 3 mixtape, I think it is. Whichever the one he did, uh what's that? What's that song? Gucci Mane, and Plies, Wasted. Whatever got the remix to Wasted on it, that tape. I think it was No Ceilings 2 or 3 or whatever. Or 3 or 4. And even then, I only like a handful of songs. Lil Wayne can rap his ass off, but I like Hot Boys Lil Wayne. Post Carter Lil Wayne, really, it was he can rap, but it's just I can't sit and really listen to a whole body of work of that. And that No Ceilings, whichever that No Ceilings was, just the beats that he rapped over was crazy. But that Wasted was the bomb. So I really didn't have too much anticipation. I really wasn't feeling like we was gonna get wowed by this anyway, because we ain't been wowed by none of his. What's the last wow Lil Wayne project that we heard that came out and you was like, oh my gosh, because he had that project with 2 Chainz and him, which had 1 or 2 songs on it.
I don't do nothing. I'm a ball. I'm going all day like the clock on the wall. You talking about that one?
No.
Now go and get your money, little duffel bag, boy. That was my shit back then.
I'm talking about like his last like body of work and shit.
Oh shit.
Like his whole last body of work. This one right here, Welcome to College Grove.
Like Future a little bit on that bit. I'm trying to think. I don't think I heard that one.
You ain't heard this? This was decent. It had a few tracks on it and shit. Damn, yeah, it's some damn dreads, ain't it? But yeah, man. So I listened to this last night or this morning or whatever you want to call it, whenever it first came out. Now I'm gonna play this and tell me what you think about this right here. And I ain't gonna I'm gonna have to clip that up when you start singing Duffel Bag Boy, dude. Let's go. Let us know both of us old in the shit, cause that was peak Wayne, and you went back to 06, 07 Wayne, and I was like, damn. And see, this is exactly what I was. Actually, he proved my point. Wayne ain't really been on nobody radar since damn he stole that song from Ace Hood. And that was an Ace Hood song, but that nigga, I thought it was Lil Wayne's song, that hustle,
Yeah,
hard. Nigga, that was
dope.
Ace Hood's song. I just found out that was Ace Hood's song like 4 years ago. I thought that was Wayne's song and shit. But we about to go track through track, and I'm gonna give y'all my first, and not listen to the whole thing. We just gonna play a little snippet. And let me take this back here to the beginning. So first I listened to this. So this shit came on and shit, all triumphant, and I was like, is Kanye about to hop off with some Hell Hill in a second? Because it was giving that type of or whatever. I was like, all right, we go see. But it started off very crazy. Then Welcome to the Carter came on, and so the intro is all right. I'll be honest, it's 2025. I don't about to give about intros no more. That we old, so it had an effect on us. But I'm pretty sure young like, what is this? Why is this bitch talking?
Young folks going in on this album.
Yeah, nigga. So this song comes on. Now, before I could really get into it, I was like, I don't think that's a real song. Is this an AI sample? And I immediately got pissed off. If anybody, let's go to see who sampled Lil Wayne the Carter. Cause I went to the whatchamacallit to see if it was
the credits and shit. See?
Yeah, but I think that's an AI sample, and it kind of pissed me off if it was. And AI is cool or whatever, but it's and y'all know I love making beats. You can literally make whatever sample you want to, but let me see if there was a damn sample real quick. Let me see. Lil Wayne, Moolah Morning, Millie. Yeah, so I don't know. That sounding like it was a damn AI sample and shit kind of pissed me off a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, God damn, this nigga is snapping. This nigga went smooth off on this first one. And you know what that beat kind of sound like?
What's that?
That beat sounded like what was it? I think I want to say it was one of the Kendrick songs that just came out. Was it 616 in LA? Nah. I think it was 616. Which one had that sample?
Peekaboo? At the beginning of Peekaboo?
Nah, it's one of the Drake 4-packs. Cause what it was Euphoria, then it was 616, then it was Meet the Grands. I think it was 616. Yeah, that loop sound like 616 to me. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. We can compare and go back together. And I was like,
who would you say is the most overrated comedian of all time?
I was like, okay, well, is this about to go in on Kendrick or something?
Phantom, I like to buy yachts when I get the fever.
And so then I was listening to this. And I was like, what? Let me see.
I scramble and swerve, scamming I serve, planned it out first.
So it kind of made me feel like that when I went back and forth with it. But he spit on that shit. He went off. I had to rewind it a couple of times to hear what the nigga said. That part was pretty dope. And with the beat kind of pissed me off because I couldn't tell if it was a sample or not. So then we go to the next song after that. This song called Bills. I listened to it and I was like, I wasn't upset at this, but I was like, that's the second song. You got out of jail like 8 years ago, nigga. Like, that's not no recent occurrence, nigga. Like, nigga, you talking out like you just fresh up out the pen once again with the mask and Glock and nigga. That's not you right now. But I liked it because I feel like it was a homage. You know, he gave props to LL Cool J, and the beat was alright or whatever. But it just felt like it was some missing in it. He was still spitting though, but you know what's crazy is the nigga still talking about the same Briss. Like, it's like I heard a freestyle that 2 Chainz did the other day. That snapped on it. I think I got it on here. We'll play it in a little bit, but I don't know, man. It just feel like Wayne is like stuck in this time frame or whatever. But you know, that was all right. I wasn't mad at it. I continued through. I didn't get to nothing where I was like, oh no, this trash shit. I was like, okay. And I'm thinking, because I asked you what you thought. What was you thinking your first 3-4 tracks you was in this bitch?
My first couple of tracks, I'm like, okay, Wayne out here spitting. You know what I'm saying? Wayne is out here spitting like the old Wayne. I did recall that he was talking a lot of shit about stuff that I didn't think he was currently doing or think he ever did, to be perfectly honest with you. And yeah, and at the beginning, that like almost like the first half of it, like I said, I thought he was spitting. Then I was like, where the fuck this nigga get this beat from? And it started going different.
Because it's a hard stop in this album. I'm talking about you get to one point in the album and that bitch go, it's like you on a roller coaster. It's like crank, 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 crank. You're like, all right, this is great. And then all of a sudden, but it don't never come back up. It's just a roller coaster to hell. It just it's a horrible thing.
Yeah, and I did, but I did take me some notes of things that I will get off after we go through the rest of this, because I was just like, a few observations.
So anything about these first 3 tracks that was in your notes?
No,
so,
I ain't had no.
And this was so crazy about it. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This Lil Wayne album, this right here, is the perfect example of how people get caught into abusive relationships. Because it don't never start off with them beating your ass. It never start off with that. They take you to Lennox and buying you all sorts of nice, take you to dinner, all sorts. And let me see. I ain't go front. I want to say like right here, number 10 is the first time they slapped the shit out of you, and then and what's so sad? What's so sad about that is this does not even say sorry for the rest of the album. At least in the Abusive, after the first slap, they be like, oh, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just stressed out." Da 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 da. Wayne slapped the shit out of us and just continued to kick us in the stomach for the rest of it. Matter of fact, I believe at 10, he only gave us 9 shits that was rap shit. But let's go and get to it. So this hip hop with BX the Plug, Jay Jones. Let's check this out. Now this song, just having BX the Plug on it, make it sound like it's 2025. Like it's kind of like after the bell, it was like he brought you back up to here, and with BX the Plug on it, just brings it recent, right? Which I gotta be honest, man, it's kind of detriment to Wayne on this shit, because Wayne can spit, but it just let us know how far in between he is from, and not rapping wise. It ain't even the rapping wise. It's just, and this I want us to talk about this after the album, because I think this is a problem we got in hip hop, as far as in rap, as far as. We gotta talk about it and shit, because it's a toxic conversation we gonna have with ourselves about it. But BS the Plug further let me know, it's like, come on, Wayne, you should. Why you ain't plug back up with Mannie Fresh? That's what I really want. And we gonna talk about that because he did plug in with Mannie Fresh, and I almost. You ever seen? Did you used to watch Family Guy?
Yeah, I seen Family Guy.
All right, we keep that on your mind when we get to the Mannie Fresh part. So the next shit was Snakes, Sharks, or whatever. I ain't go front. I didn't listen to this whole song. I ain't make it to the end of it. I was highly upset.
Yeah, this hook, that hook is the drain, nigga. That hook is, what's up?
That's some shit. Jelly Roll. That's a Jelly Roll verse from 2013. Fun fact, if y'all didn't know anything about Jelly Roll, if it's anybody that I don't with country Jelly Roll at all. Okay, I do not. However, let me see. What was crazy when Jelly Roll first came out? Let's see. When Jelly Roll first came out, you know who this was with when he first came out? The niggas with 666 Mafia when he first came out. And so I knew Jelly Roll as a rapper, with him and Lil White and another had a group. Let me see. And next thing I know, I heard this was doing country music, and I was like, they all follow the same path, don't they? This was the first time I heard this nigga. And this was the name of the album, Snow Year Round.
Yeah.
And of course the snow mean two different things, nigga.
Yeah.
Selling that white boys selling that white all year round was what this album was. But the Mafia song on here was very, very gangster though. I ain't go front. It's a Mafia song. Juicy J snap on that bitch. But yeah, Jelly Roll. As soon as I heard that, I was like, get the out of here. Get the out of here. So you say Big Sean snap.
Big Sean the last verse. That nigga went in, bro.
Damn, you call that nigga Lil Sean the disrespecting. You gonna give him respect on his verse, but call this nigga Lil Sean complete opposite of his name.
Damn, my bad. I ain't trying to say that.
Is that you think that's a Floydian slip, my nigga? For this, he didn't go hard as you thought he went.
No, hey, Big Sean went in on this shit.
Let's see if we can find his verse.
Guess I gotta move the needle since you didn't do it. Glock under pillow on some missing tooth.
He did rap his ass off. What? I'm just saying.
I know. I just see your face. I thought you about to say something.
This nigga the same. Big Sean is the same as J. Cole to me. To where both of them niggas can rap. I just don't be giving them. Like, it just don't really do. I just like, wow, this dude really, because you can tell when he be rapping, when he be rapping, Big Sean rap like he's still trying to get a record deal. He still sound hungry. He still put his all into it. And I gotta be honest, it kind of turned me off a little bit. I'm like, nigga, why you still rapping like that, nigga? Like, I like niggas who make it and then rap like they kind of don't give no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just rapped like he's still at the beginning for me. You know what I'm saying? Like when 2 Chainz rap, like nigga, wait till we get to this 2 Chainz. You gonna see exactly what I'm talking about when we get to this 2 Chainz verse. You know exactly what. But next up, now, I wasn't mad at the band from NO. If anybody know the original track, it was I think it was Band in NY, and it was with Big Pun and Cameron Swiss. It was a Swiss Beat song, and that song, that's one of my Band from TV is the name of that song. So this was his version of it. I skipped over it though, cause I'm like, okay, you gonna be rippity rapping. I can't, and that's one of them songs, the original, where I'm like, please don't. And I ain't go front, nigga. This was from some no ceilings. You know what I'm saying? This sound like an old Wayne mixtape throwaway. But let's go to it.
Well, I had a note for this song.
Huh? You had a note for which one? The Jelly Roll or the band from NO?
No, for the band from NO. The band from NO was talking about shooting niggas and selling drugs. Does Wayne really do that right now?
We know he doesn't. And you know.
And then I had a pause line. I don't think it was this song, but one of these songs coming up, he had a super pause line in that bitch. But I can't tell if this is one or not. My notes are a little sporadic.
And we can't really be mad at it. He kissed Baby in the mouth a plethora of times on video. And do we even pause it, or should it be expected? Like, at that point we should be like, you know, I tongue kiss niggas in the mouth like I'm a video vixen. If he said a line like that, I'd be like, well, it's true, he does do it.
The line he said, which I think it may have been in the song, may not have been, but it said, y'all niggas like extra skin on my dick.
Wow.
That's what he said. I was like, what the is this nigga talking about? What the
And I get it, because he say niggas is on his dick.
Yeah.
But you said y'all niggas like extra skin on my dick, which you could take it another kind of way. And that's the thing about it, you know, Wayne. 2017, 2016, that's when niggas was still, you know, niggas still was accepting Drake and not critically listening to shit. And, you know, back in the day, I think Brisk would have let it go, because just in case y'all didn't know, and I'm going to be on this for a couple of weeks, Brisk, until leave my mind. But that nigga Cannabis, his favorite rapper, whose name is Can I Bust, said he bust niggas in the ass in the diss tape. Like, this is on the diss song to somebody. He said niggas can't bust ass like me or something like that.
No, he said it was way worse than that.
Well, see, and niggas in there didn't know.
He said y'all ain't got the skills to eat. It's like, that's why I instantly started laughing as soon as you start playing that shit, because I have nothing to say about that. That shit is very terrible. I knew that shit was terrible back when I heard it.
So Wayne's still thinking this 97 and shit. He thinking this 98 when this damn song came out. But let's listen to it. I ain't gonna lie. On my life, I clocked out when he said the choke chain tighter. I was like, cause I was like, these niggas sure do be wearing these damn princess necklaces and I was gone. I was like, thought you mean the choke chain tighter, nigga? I don't even give about what you say after that. And I clicked off. And I was kind of mad how they started to beat off and shit. This is a classic song. And now I finally understand how my parents felt when we were sampling their music. And you be like, oh, the damn song up. I was like, Mama, no, there's nothing but a G thing. It's way better than the original version of that shit. What are you talking about, Mom? But no, they now they coming up. Matter of fact, nigga, do you know who Lil Tech is?
From Kansas City? I'm thinking about Tech 9.
No, not Tech. Man,
I
I ended up, because I don't really be with outside of my playlist on Spotify, but I ended up going listen to this thing. He got dreads. He a little young dude or whatever. He be coming up with some catchy songs, but he remixed that song I Can't Believe It by Nicki Minaj and will.i.am. And I was like, get the out of here. Get the hell out of here, bro. So this is actually number 7 is when it went downhill. I thought it was number 10. And I'm actually lying to y'all. So this is the first time he slapped us. This is the first time we got slapped. And you already know I don't like no sentimental sound and shit. So I immediately, when I first got to this part right here, I was like, my wife would like this song. Let me go and skip to the middle because this is gonna be some. Then I skipped to the middle. I immediately felt like I was walking through Abercrombie and Finch, nigga. I was like, what the is this, nigga? I felt like I was walking through Pier 1 or something, nigga. I was like, okay. Why are you hyping up Bono, nigga, on some, nigga, this ain't. And I'll be honest, apparently you two supposed to be this super group. I done listened to whatever supposed they greatest hits is and shit, and I was like, y'all ain't no Depeche Mode. Y'all ain't no Duran. How's y'all got all this clout around the world and Bono talking about saving people and wearing the same goddamn Oakleys since 1947? Ain't goddamn way. So this is the first time.
They had the biggest marketing budget. That was it.
Dude, that, you know. This is the first time we got slapped over this. This is the album where he slapped us. Where we were sitting in the car and stuff. He'd be like, oh, I'm hungry. Can we stop at McDonald's? Be like, nah, I got to get to my mama's house. Dang, I wish we could. I told you, don't talk to me like that. And you like, oh, and be like, I'm sorry. My bad. That's what the Bono is. Because immediately after this when he said sorry. Because this when 2 Chainz came on. Now, is this a real song? Tell me somebody if this is a real song. I'm usually good. I usually know all genres of music when it comes to sampling. But I was like, please don't tell me this is my way out. But if it's a real song, somebody please identify for me. However, I was like, it's still kind of catchy. So I listened to it. I was like, okay, where we going with this?
Song about boogie shit.
This song, because we just did a whole poll the other day about who you smoke crack with. And now I'm like, we should put Lil Wayne instead of damn Lamar Odom on this, because this nigga
should put Lil Wayne on here.
Goddamn. Now you hear how he rapping? He just, I'm 2 Chainz, bitch. I'm in here. 2 Chainz, you said 2 Chainz, but now he done reached the height to where I'm 2 Chainz, bitch. I ain't even gotta say my name for the song come on like that no more. See, Big Sean. Oh, actually, you know what? I ain't calling no goddamn body no Big Sean no more. What the was the problem? Matter of fact, you corrected something. Niggas been really calling this nigga Big Sean. What? Oh my gosh, nigga. We have been indoctrinated. Call this nigga.
I thought maybe that nigga was like 6'3" or something. I ain't know.
So you know what that mean? He talking about, nigga.
Oh, bro, I saw the Big Sean now. Now. That's what the fuck that nigga was talking about.
And nigga, let me tell y'all, a lot of people think I'm probably reaching. Master P said he named himself Master P, so when he went in the meetings and the white man had to call him Master.
Big Sean 5'8", nigga. Yeah, I was. God damn. That's very pause. That is out of a pause.
Miss Heated Female said that nigga 5'7", man. I ain't calling that nigga damn, I'm calling that nigga Sean from now on.
Yeah, Sean from Detroit, nigga.
Yeah, the Sean you talking about Diddy? Nah, from Detroit. Sean from Detroit. I don't know who you talking about exactly. And so this was Wayne. So after he slapped at us with that YouTube, this was him like, my bad. I'm not gonna do it again. I promise. Here, let's go get some ice cream. Come on, baby, let's go get some ice cream. We're gonna make you feel better. That's what the fuck. Hey, Caramel Onions, appreciate you for that super chat. They said regular size Sean. Call a nigga average, slightly below average height Sean. Now I ain't gonna lie, this is where to me it goes down here, I believe. Let's listen to this. Did you have some notes on the Candy Sweet song?
I was like Fire Beat and Flow Stupid song about cocaine. That's what I put. That was my random. I'm sorry, when I said I put random ass notes, I just put random ass notes.
Hey, I was in the bed listening to this, and by the time it hit me, what it took to the second time of the chorus coming for me to get with the song, I was like, this whole song about my cocaine. Let's see if Flex Up is where I fell off, because I know Holiday Island. I know from down there it went down, but let's go. I immediately slipped through.
He had a lighter flick on this. He had a lighter flick on this at least. I think I heard the lighter flick.
He flicked it on all this shit.
Oh damn, I ain't hearing on the rest of it.
Check this out though, nigga. Soon as I clicked here, soon as I heard that, and I told y'all this a long time ago, any beat I can hear Fraudry on is immediately trash. Soon as I heard that, I was like, here goes some. And the Fraudry on this goddamn song, nigga. And this was wrong with streaming it. Back in the day, when that damn, and it's a real story. Back in the day, when that damn Cannabis album came out, and I finally got to the end of it, I literally got that CD and tossed it out my window. I'll never forget it. I'll leave my sister's house, and I tossed it out the window. Then I was like, man, I can't be littering the earth with trash like this. A bird might pick up this CD, try to build nests with it, and look at it and be like, oh my gosh, it's cannabis. I done killed my children, baby birds and shit, and kill itself because it built the nest out of one of the most horrible albums ever. I had to go out and put it back in the car and dispose of it correctly. Because I don't want no creatures knowing I listen to Can I Bust. This, I can't even throw my phone out the window. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? Delete the Spotify app? You can't even disrespect music that disrespected you no more. Correct.
I delete it. On Spotify, I think you can delete the album and remove it from your queue. And then I think you can block that album and shit.
Nah, nigga, I missed that.
It's just the same effect.
It's just like hanging up on somebody now and shit. With flip phone, you can slap that bitch down. Or the old phone, you can. Have you ever hung up with somebody on the old phone where you made it not go on the hook all the way and shit just to make it real loud and then just for some drama effect? Back in high school.
Yeah. Nigga, I did that because I thought I was hanging up on somebody, but then I was frustrated because I didn't get the hang up right. My aim wasn't right with the hang up, nigga. Oh damn, I get the guy. Oh, nigga.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna front. This right here made me want to toss a CD out, but let's skip to this whole ass. And I don't know how. That's all I could take. I had to get this. You know. Hey, Cosmo first said, how many times Cannabis said he would smack fire out of somebody in his debut album? That line was filler. Brisk, can you let us know?
Quite a few times. It was quite a few times.
Wow.
He was like a street ball. He was not a nigga that can supposed to make regular songs. He just supposed to do freestyles and battle raps type shit. He
definitely should have, because that was ass. So Flex Up was the first time, you know, in the abusive relationship they kicked you in the stomach, and like that's when, you know, that's when the real them came out. Because after that, ain't no more. And the saddest part about it is, wait till we get to number 16. And to be honest, nigga, why is it 19 tracks on this bitch any goddamn way? This ain't 1997. This ain't no Limit album, nigga. It should have been a nice 12. Really, you would have been all right, Wayne, if you really had to stop right here at 9. I would have just talked about this and the Jelly Roll, and you know what I'm saying? But nah, this nigga really trying to get some streams up. Matter of fact, hold on. Do Spotify even got a see, they ain't even let you thumbs down on no more, man. Next up is
on the Island Holiday. My note is came on. I instantly hated it, but since I started listening to it, let it ride. It turned around a little bit.
Turned around a little bit for you, huh?
That was my initial notes after my initial listen. Yeah.
Yeah, notes itself. Change title of 2 ex-Drake fans video to 1 ex-Drake fan and a recovering, maybe still fan. You learn something new every day on this show, you guys. Next up, let's see. Loki still.
Yeah, you play Island Holiday.
Oh, yeah, you right. Let's go on and play this. And the only reason I let it play that long was the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, somebody go come in and just the beat go flip and, you know, somebody about to rap real crazy on. That did not happen.
This when they start getting way too much auto-tuned.
This when it went from getting slapped in the face to closed fisted in the mouth repeatedly. I was like, what demographic are you trying to hit with this? Next up, did you have notes for this?
Loki, unnecessarily gangster.
Wait, Island Holiday?
No, for Loki's theme.
Oh, what about for Island Holiday?
I remember my note was came on, instantly hated it.
Oh, I thought that was for the Flexed Up.
No, that was for Island Holiday. So I came in, instantly hated it, but then after I listened for a while and let it ride, it got better.
So what was your notes for this Flexed Up one? This one?
I ain't had none.
You ain't like that beat or nothing?
It was not worth a comment.
I can scratch that because I thought that was for that. So let me scratch that comment off then, because I thought you was secretly still like Drake and shit.
Nah,
Let's see. Maybe I need to listen to that Jelly Roll song again about cutting the grass for the snakes. It was what I was thinking about when you had them notes. I was like, Loki's theme. Let's go to this. Wait, so the Island Holiday grew on you?
Yeah, I can't remember what it sounded like at the end. Go to the middle of that shit real quick.
I guess. Wow. This how I know you destined to really be in the music industry the way you cause that sound like an executive move right there. Like an executive was like, that's it, Wayne. We gotta put it on there. That's a hit. And Wayne was like, oh, I can't feel my face. It's too much cotton candy. It's like, doesn't matter, Wayne. We're gonna put it on there. Wow. Let us know how you feel about Island Holiday in the comments, please. Make sure you at Brisket there so he really knows what you guys are feeling out there. Next up, Loki's Holiday. I felt like it.
West Coast.
Yeah, I felt it was very Nouvelle West Coast-ish. I was gonna try to listen to it to see if it was like a diss or something in it, but I was like, I can't do it. I don't give. I skipped through it, and other people might like it. Then with it off. Next up.
You have an interesting note about the next song.
And so let's see. So Island Holiday.
I'll wait till you play it.
Island Holiday was when we got close fisted. If I play guitar, that's when we got pushed out of moving car over bad. This is when the abuse really got to the next level. Wow.
And after you play it, I got a very interesting idea about this song.
Let's play it. Let's go.
She love it when she wake up and I'm still.
Had the nerve to flick the light on it too. That's what really kind of was the twist of the knife.
Behind her, got my pillows full of makeup. I ain't mad, but kinda. She be playing my.
Nigga, that must have the spark of that light was. You know how crackheads have that lighter where they break it so the flame be like this long and shit, and so it don't never go out. That's the lighter he flicked before he started playing this.
Hey, that nigga really sound like his heart was broken in that song, my nigga. And you know what my whole concept of this song is, nigga?
What's that?
This is the song where he talking about the chick that Drake smashed when he was in jail. Because he had the interview where he was talking about that chick that Drake ended up smashing. Like, he really loved that chick, and he was just like, damn, I can't believe she fucking, like, he said he was heartbroken behind that shit. Like, his heart was hurt.
Wow. I'm gonna be honest. I thought he was talking about his favorite crack pipe was cracked. Was broken, and that's what he was missing. If I play guitar, get the fuck out of you. Not Andre 3000, nigga. And because we'll be honest, we don't want to hear Andre 3000 playing real instruments on some real. Let's continue. It's more abuse from here on out. Hide your kids, hide your wives.
When that beat came in, bruh, I was like, what the fuck is this shit, dog?
And this
was that an elephant truck, nigga? That's crazy.
It's obvious that this nigga, nigga still thought he was in the 6 foot, 7 foot era where he just get away with just having whole elephants. Look, Timberland did the cricket shit. We was accepting animal noises in records back in the late 90s and early 2000s. That time has passed, my nigga. You can tell a lot of this is very dated. Old, it feels dated, at least old material, at least beat wise on some of these selections. And I gotta be honest, man, I know a lot of people be listening to the lyrics. I don't judge rap music by the lyrics. I judge it by your beat selection first. Because if you have horrible beat selection, I'm not gonna make it to whatever dope rhymes you got to spit. Soon as a beat turn me off, it's a rap. I don't give a how hot fire you was spitting. And for me, that was that's what really happened on this.
Nigga starting the song with an elephant trunk, whatever that shit is called, the elephant sneeze, nigga, is the worst thing. It instantly sound like some bullshit.
And the second worst thing is to continuously have the elephant through the rest of the song. Hold on, we got a super chat. Let's do this. Judas Sturges is in the house. What's up, Judas Sturges? We got. Appreciate you, Judas. She said, I'm jumping out the car at this point. Facts. Why put yourself through that type of abuse? And you know what I'm saying? It's like, what the hell, Weezy? I don't know what to say. Next up, Rari. I think I had something to say about this. And unfortunately, I think this is one of his children, based on the name. Let's listen to this. I'll be honest, I ain't got no problem with this song, but I'm already fatigued and upset from this. So if this song had been a little bit higher, it wouldn't have got, but it's getting the effects of everything else. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at, putting the children on the tracks. Let's get to the middle of this, though, because I immediately left after that last night. Let's go. Yeah, you should have moved this up. You don't be putting your child after Bono and no goddamn Island Holiday and If I Play Guitar. The type you setting your child up for failure and shit. Because now everybody mad. This song wasn't that horrible to be put in the dump. You didn't want your child to outshine you or something? Because this is a horrible placement for this song. If he had to move this song up here and put it right here after, got rid of this Bono shit, put that song right there, could have left this whole ass flex up on there, and apparently, according to Brisk, Island Holiday could have stayed on there. It's a good number 10, because most people would have been like, oh, I'm so glad he put it at the end. And he might have had a tight little set. Next up. And I gotta be honest.
This is the last song I had a note about.
Look who on this.
Very surprised about that. I was very surprised. That was my last note on this. Was Wyclef came in with a 2025 YN flow. It sort of kind of didn't sound bad.
Wow.
Until it got to all the auto tune shit, and then that's when they got terrible.
Oh. And this is why me and Brisk dichotomy works so good. From the obvious, I'm dark skinned, he mid skinned. I'm negative, he positive all the time. And instead of him recognizing this is Wyclef Jean, who destroyed his favorite rapper's career by executive producing all of the trashiest beats I have probably ever heard back to back on a major released album, came in here and did the same to Wayne. Let's press play on this. And I'll be honest, at this point I was like, Wyclef just refuses to help other artists out.
I think the beat turned around on this joint.
Did it? Let's go and skip through to the middle.
And that beat went hard. I like the beat.
Wyclef was in the studio. He like, hell yeah, shit go hard. Wayne came. Possibly a needle sticking out his arm, was like, yes, this is great. This is great. I'm gonna rap over this. Hyperbole, allegedly. Hey, I don't know what to say, Brisk. You like the damn holiday song, so I don't. We just not go. It's just too Wyclefish, man. And they go squeeze this Andrea Barcelona. It's just I just don't like when Wyclef be touching people music, man. I just don't. And I look, and his fact, the first Carnival, Wyclef album is like if I was stranded on an island, is one of my favorite albums of all time. That album is the second one was kind of goofy, but I still liked it. And then he just spun out of control because I was
Gone to November on the Carnival.
Huh?
Was Gone to November on the Carnival.
Yep. And then on the second one was that someone wanna believe that no one. That was a great song. So, but did you like this? Nothing against it, but you liked it. Okay. All right.
I like the beat.
Now, remember earlier when I said I wish he would connect it with Mannie Fresh, and y'all know how I've been relating this to being in an abusive relationship. This is when you know, y'all at the family reunion and like, you know, your favorite auntie or somebody try to stand up for you and it's finally backslap out of her in front of everybody because they don't give no more. Soon as I pressed this play button, I was like, yo, finally, we about to get a Mannie Fresh, Wheezy F Baby collaboration. And this is what ended up happening. Wanted to get excited. And then when that live instrumentation church drums came in, I was like, where is the 808s? Where is the SP1200 snares and claps and nigga, I don't want to hear about how you have grown musically over the damn, you know how to orchestrate actual instruments and Mannie Fresh. I want to hear some old, I need a hot boy type shit. Which
this nigga Eddie Ward said it sounded like the Golden Girls theme song.
On some real shit. But it makes sense. That's why it's all the way down here at number 16. And if I was Wyclef and Mannie, I'd be like, hold on, bitch. You gonna put me at 15, 16 and shit. What you trying to say? They cuffed this up in here. And you know how I feel about live instrumentation. I like live instrumentation when I'm in a live venue. Other than that, I do not want to hear live instrumentation on app. When Nerd came out with which album was it? The first one with Rockstar on it. They had a live version and then electronic version. The electronic version where they used the trading and all that. I couldn't find that version for a very long time because they redid it and had all live instrumentation, which is cool. But hip hop didn't start with no goddamn live instrumentation. Hip hop started with 2 records, it looped over and over. And that's what I want to hear. When people start bringing that live, I'll be like, look, bro, that's impressive. I'm glad you was in the art, you know, program to learn drums before they took this out to schools, or you was rich enough to have. But I don't want to hear that. Okay, a lot of people like it. I like hearing it in church, and I like hearing it when I'm in live. But on the album, Mannie Fresh, where I want to hear drum machines and keyboards, nigga. That's what I want to hear.
And hold on, it's 3 super chats I read, but I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick while you going through that.
All right, Ben. Appreciate you, LL Benny, on that super chat. Hey, facts, someone please do call 911 for that one. Cosmo Fury, appreciate you on that super chat. We can all agree that this is trash, but what did we expect from a guy who drinks lean for breakfast? Half these beats sound like they were in a Disney film. Now, the thing about it is, most of our favorite records was made on some of the hardest drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ray Charles was making classics on Black Tar Heroin. You know what I'm saying? Most of Rick James gave us nothing but classical hits. Crack cocaine. Bobby Brown, crack cocaine. Most of our favorite sports stars, Mike Hart, crack cocaine. You know what I'm saying? So drugs really elevates the music, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? This is when you burnt out, though. This is when, like, you done burnt out your neurons and the drugs don't, you know, do what it used to do to a fresh mind no more. This is when on that commercial in the 80s when they cracked the egg in the skillet and they was like, this is your brain. And then they fried it. This is your brain on drugs. Now, when they first showed it, I was like, I don't even eat over, you know, the sunny side up eggs, but that kind of looked delicious, right? And that's Wayne back when he first came out, when he first started with it, because it just was a little crispy on the edge. It just, drugs was all right for him at it. But this Wayne is, they done flipped the egg over and mashed it down into some bacon grease and had leftover chicken grease in it. And it's hard fried, pressed down egg drug brain he got now. Is where we at right now. That's where we is with the drugs right now. That's the result of that. You know what I'm saying? My opinion, hit us with the super. Let's see. Appreciate you on that. We all agree that this is. Oh, you already said that. Cosmo Fury. How I messed it up. Wayne don't have friends that care about his music. He don't got no friends that care about the music. I got y'all mixed up with on my opinion, but yeah, he ain't got no friends. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I love Briss, but and Briss a good person. Maybe he do got some friends, but one of his friends told him Island Holiday was a good idea, and they had like good intentions. Maybe he got some friends with good intentions, cause you would have okayed that song, Briss, and felt good about it on release.
Like I said, I hated it immediately. It's one of them shits that had to like grow on me. So I don't know. I probably wouldn't have let it make the album though if I was the executive producer here. Be like, man, we just put that out later on
and people,
that shit called the album.
People, and this is exactly. You know what? I'm glad you said that, man. Let me see.
SoundCloud. He should have. That's a SoundCloud record.
This is exactly what
I like motherfuckers trying. I like trying to do some different shit.
Remember earlier when we talked about how you get in an abusive relationship and they treat you real good at the beginning and shit. Well, Briss just told us what happened when you meet somebody. They give you immediate red signs, red flags all over, but you stick around and then you start getting that Stockholm syndrome. Look, people, help is available. If you going through, somebody that abuses you listening to music that's hardcore trash, but they done played it enough to where you start liking it, kind of like how Drake got popular, where they just forced everybody to listen to it on the radio over and over and over. Call this number. They probably gonna be like, so there's no abuse? And then you gonna be like, well, yeah, they keep playing this music that I don't like. It was like, but nobody's hitting you. You be like, I mean, they hit my eardrums. Hello. But any type of abuse, call this number. They might be able to help you. I'm gonna call it on behalf of Brisk. I'm be like, they gonna be like, hello, this is abuse hotline. I'm like, yes. Have you heard the Carter 6? And they'd be like, no, why would I do that to myself? I work here at the clinic. I would never abuse myself. I was like, exactly. I have a friend, Island Holiday. He likes that song. Oh my gosh. Call 911 immediately. Get off this line. There's nothing we can do here to help him. Just save him. All right. All right. I'm finished, man. My bad, dude. It's just I really don't like this album. And it could have been saved if they had trimmed it at the end. Like, if they had to move some and didn't have some songs, he could have saved it. Next song, Moolah. And why he spell it like that, man? Moolah coming. Wow. This is actually painful, like literally painful to listen to for me.
I can see this one, like motherfuckers on social media making this one pop. With some memes and shit.
If he had moved it up, this song, I don't like it, but I can see the youth in it. But this song right here, that Rari song, if he had just plopped that and made this 13 songs, he would have fared much better. Let's continue. But I didn't like this Moolah Coming song, and I don't know who the Lil Novi is. Let me see who the Lil Novi is first.
Is that one of his Cash Money orders?
We about to see, because I think I might remember. This nigga so disrespectful and shit. He tucking his kids at the back end with Wyclef and dirty. If I was Nivea, I'd be like, yeah, we increasing the child support, motherfucker, because that's abuse. Putting my son right next to them Wyclef and you know what Wyclef did to Cannabis's album? You know what the he did to it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Alone in the studio with my gun. And y'all know I with Kodak Black. Y'all know I with Kodak Black. And then they done snuck MGK in this bitch. This song ain't super trash. If he could have slipped it into there, he could have slipped it in there. It's just, I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm auto-tuned out. I don't even listen to shit with too much auto-tune. That ain't from the time of auto-tune. It's only a few people that can still pull that off. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just kind of they shit. But he could have snuck that in there too. And last is Written History. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got no feelings about that song at all. By the time I got to this, I didn't give a and I don't know what this song about. He was talking about a bitch giving him head in the middle of a song called Written History. So to me, he was just rapping. What do you got?
He was on here. He was on this song talking like he the greatest ever type shit. And I feel like if he, like you said, if it has been a shorter album and he has some of them crazy songs in here, you can't just put this song "You the Greatest Ever" after we just heard what we just heard on some of this shit.
Yeah, man. This album suffers from stuffing too many songs on here. He can still rippity rap. This album though is not cohesive. It's not a cohesive piece of work to me. It actually really ain't even putting together cohesive albums no more. This don't even work as a collection of singles to me. It don't though. Like, ain't no standout hit track on here. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Sugar shit sound, you know, it would have been cool, but if I go to somebody's birthday party and this song come on, this for a 7-year-old, and I'm like, you do know this song's about cocaine. Oh, you don't care. All right, I'm taking my gift back because there's no future for your child. I'm still gonna take a piece of cake though, thanks. I'm getting the fuck out of there. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only song I could see that could probably pop, maybe, and it don't sound like it would fit today's format either, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and this, I want to take this back to that conversation I had earlier about my own toxic thinking about rappers and age and what's old school or what's new school and all of this, because rap, unfortunately, is like is kind of like sports a little bit. You know, a few niggas can age gracefully into it, but for the most part, it's a young man's game, and that's how we kind of look at it. And once you hit a certain age, we be like, no, we need you to, because in my head, I still want to hear Wayne on old Mannie Fresh. Dum, 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 dum. I still want to hear bling bling type when I hear Lil Wayne. I still, even when he was doing his freestyles, I never really migrated over outside of that no ceiling shit. He can always rap, but do you think that this album is trash, or are we toxic in our thinking about music or and Wayne and all of that? Because we can't say he wasn't rapping.
What's right above trash?
Garbage?
Like whatever. Versa. That's still trash though. You see, garbage is still trash. Garbage disposal. I don't know. It's a level right above trash.
Wastebasket.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ashtray. This album is a woman's car that don't got a man.
Damn.
It's dirty, but it's right above trash. And no disrespect to y'all ladies out there, but usually y'all don't be cleaning that car out. Be all sorts of lipstick containers and all of this. You can send all hate mail to superrig@gmail.com. And I wish my wife would say something like, oh, so you got something to say about that? Where are my pictures at? So do you feel though, is it our mindset or is it just trash for real? Would this have worked in 2022? 2019,
a couple years earlier, because the shit it's like you said, it sound dated, and that's probably what happened. Now that we think about it, he probably had this recorded for the longest, and he was like, you know, I'm gonna just put these shits out, maybe revamp them a little bit. But that elephant, like, I am
Dusty. Hip Hop Soul said Dusty.
Dusty is good.
It sounds dusty. It sounds dusty. Yes, K from it said Wayne dropped that album without a lead single unheard because it really ain't got one.
Which one of these is the rate? It's gonna be
it really is
one single.
It is not a lead single on here. That Sugar Sweet was the closest one, and the topic of it is just too wild for me.
I'm gonna be pissed if it's that Elephant song. If the internet streets make the Elephants, because I've seen people in the comments say the Elephant song the best one. If the internet streets make the Elephant song,
let's go back. Let's go back. The people. All right, let me go back to the Elephant song. Because first off, let's listen to this.
What up, though? All my niggas cutthroat.
I need y'all to imagine. He rapping, but the fucking beat, bro. Nigga, imagine a nigga riding down the street with 215s, tweeters and shit, and all you hear is
somebody open the ironing board, nigga. What you rapping? What in the?
Yeah, I don't want that shit.
It's 7:15, that means the struggle stream, but we probably late, so it might be 8. You know, I just ate on this freestyle I created, so hit that like, subscribe, cause we about to go live. Struggle strength, risking super rig. We try our best, but we still, when we